Good morning to Coffee with Alain. Appreciate everybody showing up and sharing and liking and commenting on all these episodes. Today we're going to talk about Lucien Maxwell, friend of Kit Carson's back in the 1800s. Going to talk a little bit about surviving. I just want to say hello, everybody. I have Best Dad Ever cup, one of my cups from my daughter. Been thinking about her. She is doing some fantastic, wonderful things over in Korea. She's over there doing a language program at Yonsei University for the summer, but she's doing some side trips and doing things with friends that she's met there and having a great time. Remember that song Gangnam Style? It was real popular a few years ago. She got to see Psy perform that live at a concert the other night. She's going to the DMZ. She's going down to Jeju-do Island. She's shopping at some of the famous places in Seoul, having a wonderful trip. My wife is over there as well, doing some of the things with her, but my daughter's doing other things with friends from the school program that she's with. But they're both having a fantastic time. I wish I was over there. My instructor wanted me to come over there and do this special master's course, promote me to 6th Dan this summer. It just timing and everything didn't work out for me to go over. I had things to do here. I've been filming, going to talk about that soon. Got a trip to Vegas coming up in 9 days, got to do that. So the timing just didn't work for me to go, but I am so proud of my daughter and everything she's doing. And I'm so glad that my wife and daughter are having a wonderful time over in South Korea right now. So yesterday and Monday, Coffee with Alain was a little bit earlier because I had call times of 8 o'clock to be on set, to be filming one of the episodes of Into the Wild Frontier, season 4. And the episode focused on Lucien Maxwell, who was a friend of Kit Carson's and had a lot of adventures and stuff back in the Wild West. One of the things that we did is there was a big battle scene with Apache Indians, and I got to play part of that battle. And that just reminded me and made me think about what they were doing back then. I mean, those guys were tough. You want to talk about some tough individuals. The men and women that crossed this country back in the 1800s and the stuff they had to endure and the things that they did with really minimal equipment, minimal weapons. As I'm holding one of these muskets, shoots one at a time, then you got to reload it. I'm thinking, boy, this battle would be a lot different if I had my M21, my M24, or the SAW machine gun, or the M60, weapons that I used when I was in the military. And those were in the 80s. Some of the stuff they have nowadays even surpassed those, but they would change the course of a weapon and change the course of a battle for sure. But the survival instinct that people have and what they would endure and survive was incredible. And that's so much up here. And some people today have lost that. We have softer lives. When we think of things difficult, we're stuck in traffic. Their difficulties is they're stuck in a river or a ravine, or the wheel broke off of the wagon and they're stuck. The hardships they endured and the things they had to go through, much more physically demanding and difficult than the things we do today. And that's why they had a tougher mindset. They had more of a survival mindset that some of us have lost today. And that's one of the first things we need to survive an emergency, an altercation, an attack. We have to have that mindset. I talk about it a lot. I think it's one of the most important things we can have. I can teach you all the physical things. I can teach you weapons. I can teach you tons of things to survive or defend yourself. But without the proper mindset, none of that is worth anything. and I can teach you absolutely nothing. You can have no skills, no knowledge of self-defense or learning any type of thing. And if you have the right mindset, you can survive and you can defend yourself. That's number one. Mindset is so important. Want to say good morning to Dixon. Thank you for being here. Dixon said, you should be proud of your daughter's accomplishments, even though Pride Month has expired. Okay. I am very proud of what my daughter's doing. I mean, she has been so determined and focused even from a young age. And now she's just doing awesome things. She actually texted me the other night that she was going to be interviewing for a summer internship, this place in New York City next summer. So she might be spending next summer in New York City instead of Korea. She will be spending another semester in Korea in the future. So she will be going back there as well. But she's doing amazing things, and I am very proud of her. Thank you, Dixon. But that's what I wanted just to mention this morning is that, we have a softer life. We really do. We are not enduring what they had to do years ago, physically and mentally challenging things that they had to do. I mean, me and the guys were sitting there talking. If this was real and there were 4 of us left alive facing a huge band of Apache warriors charging, how terrifying that would be, and how, the will to survive is the only thing that saw those guys through it. And we have people today that do the same thing. Not everybody has lost that will to survive. And we have people doing miraculous things today. Look at those kids that survived in the jungle recently. But they were raised a little differently than we were here in the United States. Those kids were not as soft as a lot of the kids here in the United States. They were raised to fend for themselves and live off the land and live in the jungle, and they knew what to do. We need to get a little bit of that back. We need to test ourselves once in a while. We need to put ourselves through some challenges. We need to challenge our kids. We need to get that spirit inside, that will inside, that mental toughness, a little bit more physical toughness. I think we need that. That helps us succeed through things. It helped me in the military. It helped me in sports. And I think sports and military and things like that help develop those attributes. And very important to get our kids into the activities and things that will develop that. Robert Redfeathers showed up. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate you being here in the comment. Thank you. So let's look for ways where we can toughen ourselves up, where we can challenge ourselves. Let's look for ways we can toughen our kids up, challenge them so they can do great things. And if anything ever happens, we will be survivors. We need to be tough, like the men and women of the Old West, like the TV show is portraying. Those settlers that were crossing the land, they were tough. The Native Americans that were living out here, they were tough, a lot tougher than we are today. And I think we need to get a little bit of that toughness back, and that will help us be survivors. Appreciate everybody. Have a terrific Thursday, and I will see you tomorrow.